How long should I keep my tax documents?
That is
Why?
probably the easiest question you have ever given us.
Yep.
Oh, so you're being
I was
sarcastic.
being sarcastic.
Yes.
Jeez, I couldn't even see it. Okay, so this one's super easy. Essentially, the answer is 3 years. Now, the answer gets more complicated because everything in taxes can be a little bit more complicated. But essentially, the answer is 3 years. You need to keep a hard copy of your 1040 and all of the corresponding schedules with a copy of your tax documents, such as W-2s and 1099s, as well as a copy of all of your receipts for 3 years. However, if you underreported your income by more than 25%, the IRS can actually go back 7 years. And if they can prove that you did so fraudulently, there is no statute of limitations. So essentially, the first answer is 3 years, the second answer is 7 years, and the third answer is always keep it.
Right.
My recommendation is that you not defraud the federal government. Based on that recommendation, the max that you would possibly need to keep them is 7 years.
Gotcha.
I have seen scenarios in which people have not understood a certain aspect of like a trust distribution or something where they actually got a bunch of money that they were not anticipating, and it wasn't reported on the tax return. And a couple years later, the IRS then sends a letter, a very angry letter. There theoretically are scenarios in which you have underreported your income by 25% unknowingly.
Right.
Now, they're probably not very common,
No.
but it can happen. And so if you're really a worrier, okay, my wife is fantastic and wonderful and way too good for me, and she worries about everything. And so if you're a worrier like my wife, then you keep those tax documents for 7 years.
You say 7. I'd say 10. I go off of the collections one though. So
Gotcha.
one of the hidden numbers in the IRS is if nothing has happened, generally speaking, after 10 years, they can't collect on you. It's an odd thing. It's not necessarily I can just say you go 10 years and you never collect on again. But so mine is the 3 years is the statute, 5 is fine, 7 is long, 10 is extreme for tax purposes. However, there may be other reasons outside of taxes you may keep your tax documents. Depreciation being one of them, a rental home, knowing what you did 15 years ago as far as depreciation, you changed to a new, representation firm, accounting firm, tax firm, you may need to know that history. And so you have to know. But for tax purposes, for IRS purposes, 100% agreement, statute of limitations, everything going well, 3 years is it.
And to be clear though, if you defraud the federal government, there is no statute of limitations. The 10-year rule does not apply if they can prove that you committed fraud.